Hi guys, Rory Kruger here to take you through the London live session trade review for Thursday, 28th of January 2010. And what you're looking at the moment is a Euro-Yen 4-hour chart. And so what we were looking at this morning in London session was when we were getting up to this area of the world, I said to the guys, look, 127.07 is a key level. It's been a trend line that has been in place, or a range bottom rather, that's been in place for almost a year now. And when we were getting close to it, we noticed as well, if I flick to the 1-hour chart for you here, notice where we are. We are roughly at R2 at the same. Actually, they're 1 pip apart. R2 and that range bottom, 127.07, 1 pip apart. R2 was at 127.08 this morning. So what I said to the guys was, if I get a test of that, I'm taking a short off there. And what I would do is I would wait for the hourly candles to produce some wicks. And so what we said to the guys was, if you look at the hourly candle here, the pivot chart, is I want to see a couple of wicks forming up here off this R2 level, and we're starting to see some of that now. And as you can see, it's starting to move south for us. So what we're going to do straight after this video is move our stop loss to break even and take a third to a half of this trade off, whatever your style depends. I'm going to take a third off personally. That way I've rewarded myself for taking a trade that's sitting at about 30-35 pips profit, and then I've got money in the bank, and the trade is risk-free and it's an easy trade to watch. So that's what we're going to be doing from there, but that's the Euro-Yen trade that we took this morning. Let's have a look at a couple others that we were setting up that didn't quite pan out the way we were hoping. Notice on the Aussie dollar chart here, what we have is a 50% Fibonacci level right there, a downtrending trend line that created a beautiful intersection there, a sort of an energy point. And if you look at the Aussie dollar hourly chart as well, it was right by R1 as well. That lined up beautifully. All the indicators really lined up beautifully today, giving us better entries today than we had yesterday. We were a little bit scarce in our entries yesterday when it came to good setups, but today provided quite a few nice ones. So the Aussie dollar, if you look back at the 4-hour chart here, we were waiting to see a test of that level. We wanted the 4-hour candle to pull back and close below the 50% fib. If we got that, we would have set an entry order just there on the 50% for a retest of that 50, and we would have watched the hourly chart down here, looked for some wicks similar to the Euro-Yen, and waited for it to drop off down to the central pivot point. But as you can see, the 4-hourly candle opened above the 50%, and so we had to scrap that trade. So it was an unfortunate losing out on a nice entry, but you know what, that's the way it goes, guys. If you don't get the entry the way you're looking at it, I don't care if it goes from here and falls a million pips in my favor in the direction we were thinking of. We stick to our trade plans. If you stick to your trade plans, and you have good trade plans, guys, and you stick to your discipline and your patience, you will be profitable traders. Alright, so let's have a look at another one that we were setting up. Similar situation. All of them look very similar today, to be honest. We had a 382 on the dollar-yen. This is the 4-hour chart dollar-yen. 382 right there, that green line. And the previous area of support, 90.45. And we had resistance levels here with the 365 and the 200. So what we really wanted to see was a spike through, a pullback, and a close below that 382 at about 90.33 side. That's where we were really hoping that this trade would close, that 4-hourly candle, sorry, would close. As you can see, it closed above the 382, not giving us what we wanted, because we wanted the close down here. We wanted to then take a retest of the 382 and take a short trade with a stop loss above the 200, giving us at least 4 levels of resistance. We'd have the 200, we'd have the 365, we'd have the 90.45 level, this magenta line, we'd have the 90.50 round number, and the 382. But with the candle opening above, we scrapped the trade and moved on. That's the way we do it in the live room, guys. If we don't get exactly what we're looking for, we move on. We want high probability setups on our trades only. Let's have a look at the sorry, let me click back to the 4-hour euro dollar chart. Well, this chart is really messing around with us a bit here. We really want to see a break below the 50% fib. That's what we want to see, a 4-hour candle close below the 50% fib, so we can get a retest and go short of that 50% with a stop loss up in this end of the world. The point is, guys, we didn't get it. We were sitting down there today in London session. We watched this candle. As you can see, it went bullish and it closed above. Now, you know, a lot of guys might be saying, well, it's going to break, it's going to break, look how many wicks, and they jump in short. The point is, we don't do that. We wait for our closes, guys, and we wait for our retests. We'll still get our entry if this breaks out. We'd never want to be buying into the face of support or selling into the face of resistance. That's a really bad idea. So what you see here is the chart still in a holding pattern, and so are we. We're waiting for that level to break. If we get a break, retest, and a continuation, maybe we get it in New York session today with Chima. If we do, fantastic, we'll take the trade. If we don't, we just hold on there and we scrap the trade plan. that's what happened. But at least all was not lost today. It was nice. We had 4 setups that we're watching, as we just highlighted for you. We got into the euro-yen trade that is sitting decent profit. We've got that stop loss at break even now, with a third of that trade out of in the bank, in profit as it were, and that's fantastic. You know, it's a stress-free trade. And so guys, if you want to join us, learn to trade with us, come join us in the live rooms, then pop over to fap-tradershaven.com and you can come and sign up and join us in the live sessions. We trade London and New York, and we've just extended our hours, guys, as well. So we trade longer hours in London and in New York as well. So come over to Traders Haven, guys, and join us in the live rooms. Love to see you there. Cheers.